What's going on, guys? All right, so I've got another box from Yellow Tools, SignMakerTools, Yellow Tools, and we're gonna open it up and see what we got. They already sent me a little invoice, obviously, of what there is. So I'm gonna open this up. Right on the packaging says made in Germany. So these tools come straight from Germany. I'm a huge fan of everything so far. They're really good quality tools. And just a nice variety of stuff. Honestly, you have everything you could imagine for wrapping, they have it. So a lot of tools, in my opinion, might be a little bit excessive, but there's still a use for them. So especially the little detail tools that they have. I'll show you what I mean by that. Like these little guys right here, they have an entire set of this stuff. These come in really handy for getting in like really small places. I use a little hockey stick tool all the time. They're magnetic, so they stick to the car. So you can see it sticks to the car. And yeah, so you gotta be careful you don't lose them. This one actually comes with, I think this is called a Betty. Yes, this is called a Betty wrap stick. And it has a little buffer on it as well, so you can use the buffer. So let's start off by what I first took out of the box, which is a heat gun. It's a Stino heat gun. Stino, however you say it. I should know this because I'm German. This is a German-made product. Comes straight from Germany. Great. It's going to be a great heat gun. You can buy all this stuff on their website, guys. I'll put the link in the description, and I'll demo all these tools individually so that you guys can see what each one has a use for, and talk about them all separately. All right. So, professional hot air tool, 1500 watt output, temperature 120 to 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, or 50 degrees to 600 degrees Celsius. So it does get pretty hot. Hotter than you ever need it to be, really. Let's open up the box, see what it comes with. So obviously we all need a heat gun. This is probably one of the most basic tools out of all the tools you could get. Little made in Germany sticker there. Yeah, the most basic and efficient and effective tool. So we do need this for post heating and stuff like that. So it doesn't come with any extra little bits. I never need the extra little bits anyways. Some of them have like little fancy nozzles that you can put on the ends. This one doesn't have it. This makes me happy because we need more of a trigger style on and off switch, which helps because if you have a dial on the back or you have to push a button on the top, it makes it very difficult when you're trying to hold vinyl with one hand and get your heat gun started with the other hand. So keep that in mind when you are, just checking my transmitter, when you are buying or purchasing a heat gun, that you want more of a trigger style, either front or back would help. Actually, the back one's really nice. I do like it. We have a dial on the back, so our heat settings, obviously, up to 9. And it will stand on its own like this because it has a flat back. Cool. This feels very durable, very rugged, especially probably good for me because I drop my heat gun all the time. And just a little pamphlet of other heat guns they offer. So straight from Yellow Tools. And let's see what else we got here. So I've got, okay, so part of the heat gun accessory kit is a magnet to rest your heat gun in. All right, so okay, so we switch out the nozzle here and put this on top. So, okay, that comes off. This goes on. Let's figure out how it goes. There we go. So awesome, right? It's pretty strong. Wouldn't want to leave that on a wrapped surface. So if this panel was already wrapped, you wouldn't want to rest it there. Obviously, it won't work for panels or aluminum body cars because it won't stick, right? So awesome little idea. This is great for me also on top of that because I drop my heat gun all the time, right? So I drop my heat gun. This is going to stop me from dropping the heat gun most of the time. Sometimes you just got to move quick, you know? So I heat it up, throw the heat gun down, and yeah, I usually blow through them pretty quick. So I usually buy cheap ones. This is a really good quality one. I'm sure we'll see how long it lasts. I'm sure it will last. Let's check out what else we got. So we've got some magnets, super handy. These are your extra hands, especially if you're wrapping alone. Cool. Very similar to other ones out there in my opinion. But they do have a nice handle on them. Pretty strong and very similar style as far as the magnet placement goes. We have 7 little little round ones. And you can see those impressions in the wrap if you leave it on there for too long. So do not leave your magnet on the wrap for too long. You can put it on there, it's fine. You just can't leave it on for too long. All right, so let's stick those there. Now, next up we have the Yellow Open S. That's what it's called, S. So, this tool, I can already tell you right now, is a great tool to have to keep like your trunk open or your door open, stuff like that, so it doesn't keep swinging around. Having the trunk open actually helps tremendously when wrapping it. I usually prop the trunk open when I'm wrapping it if I haven't removed the bumper, just because it keeps the trunk off of the bumper. As you can see, the bumper protrudes, which gets in your way when we're trying to glass the film out or trying to bring the rest of the film down. The bumper would get in the way of bringing the film all the way down. So this holds the trunk open. This is not a great trunk for an example, but since I don't believe that this section actually moves right here, this is just the trunk right here. But yes, and you can adjust it however way you want. Awesome little tool to have. I'll demo all these. You'll see me use half of this stuff most of the time. So another tool I never use is a blade box, basically. So we keep this on us, and it has a little keychain ring. Keep this on us, snap our blades off in there, keeps them safe and out of the way the entire time, right? It's important to have this. I just never do. I have cut myself a couple of times with blades laying around. It's not safe. So get one of these. And as I mentioned, we have the Betty, which is great for detail and small edges, fine areas that you can't get into. We usually remove stuff, but there are some areas on a vehicle that you can't get into, even if we remove stuff, unless you remove everything. So obviously you don't want to take the doors off if you're not wrapping the door jambs. A tool like this can help get into certain areas, all right? Excellent tool to have. These are probably some of my favorites, all right? So these are Gecko Patches. And when it comes to having an aluminum body vehicle, these work great because we can actually, let's take this off. This is a big one too, this is nice. They only gave me one last time, now I've got 3 total, which is awesome. You're gonna need a couple of these for sure. One I don't find is enough. Let me get this little plastic cap off. Cool, so this is not magnetic. This has a steel plate in it though, which is this piece right here, and it just sticks to any surface, glass or anything like that. You can take your magnet, put your film over top and stick that on there like that, and it's actually excellent, all right? So this is not magnetic, as you can see. It just sticks. It just sticks. It's amazing. It's washable, so you can wash it over and over again if it gets dirty. Oh, there's 2 more in here it looks like, so that's great. So I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 now. The other ones I have are smaller, and yeah, it's not magnetic. Yeah, see, it's not magnetic. All right, we got a wet application squeegee, and that's great for doing chrome wraps, obviously, because I do a lot of chrome wraps, so this will come in super handy. And then we also have another, which is probably a softer squeegee right here than the gold one I have. It is actually a lot softer. Another magnetic one, great to have. I'm not sure if that one is. No, this one is not. That's fine though. You don't want them all to be magnetic. This one is actually very rigid. This is called the Yellow Wet Pro. Pro Basic. Yes, and it's very rigid compared to this one right here with the magnets in it. You can see it's got a lot more flex to it. The gold one I have doesn't bend at all, so this is nice to have because this helps you get into very contoured areas instead of using your hands. And that is pretty much it, guys. Oh wait, I got some buffers. Yep, these are honestly my favorite buffers. I do like them better than the monkey strips. I specifically asked for a few more of these because they're excellent, all right? And they're just yellow microfine buffer strips. They cover the corners really well and they last quite a while. So it took me, I think I did like 2 or 3 cars with one buffer, and usually I switch out like 2 or 3 monkey strips per car. So excellent product to have. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will demo all these tools individually to show you what their actual purpose is and how they work, and basically let you know what I think for the most part. Now, as you can see on top of the car, I do have a bunch of colors here. I'm going to be doing a rip test, all right? So a bunch of you have asked for that after the front bumper on the Mercedes GTR that I just wrapped, and I showed you in the beginning of the video that 3M tears very easily when the temperature is on the cooler side. It was room temperature, it was about 20 degrees Celsius, which is about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. In my opinion, it's still a little bit cold for 3M. I would prefer it be around like 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, or anywhere from like 22 to 25 degrees Celsius would be a lot better. But yeah, so we're going to do all these right now. It's about 20, I think it's 21 or 22 degrees Celsius in here right now, so you're looking at about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to do a rip test on all these films. I have gloss and I have matte, all right? And we're going to show you the difference of each one. Four different brands. I have CYS, 3M, Avery, and Vivid, and I have gloss of each one, but I don't have matte of each one. I don't have any CYS in matte. Not a super common film, but these are generally the films we use mostly here at the shop. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Take care.